Okay, tonight's scenario is going to be in the shoot house again, and we're going to pretend like we've got to pick some weapons here. Someone has taken, this is simulated, someone has taken my M4 5.56. I think it is the bad guy. We have already heard a shot fired in the house, and he has made it to the back bedroom. I've already called the police, and he has threatened to kill some people in the family, so we cannot wait on that situation. Every state is a little bit different. If you're in the UK or maybe in one of the European countries, you might have to make them some tea and crumpets or something. I don't know. Every state, every country is a little bit different as to what you can and cannot do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got to pick out which one of these pistols I want. I'm always going to go with the 5-inch full-size government model 45 over the Commander. It's not that the Commander's bad, but the 5-inch has proven itself year after year, thousands of rounds. The 5-inch is just a touch more dependable. This is already fully loaded, so here we go. It's going on the hip in the holster. The next tool I'm going to grab for this job is that right there. It is already unclipped and ready to go. That's going in the back of my pants, in between the gun belt and down deep, so it won't get away. We're going to shoulder this up, put this around my head, my neck. So I've got that ready to go. Double aught buckshot. Had some friends say, you know, double aught buckshot, you got to be careful. That stuff, it can shoot through the wall. Well, that's true. That is not my favorite round. My favorite round is a 5.56. You can use double aught buck, single aught buck, number 4, whatever you want to use, but you got to be prepared so that if you do have to shoot with double aught buck, you got to hit the bad guy and you got to know your background. If you're shooting through a wall, it will go right through the wall if you don't hit the bad guy. But that has a distinct advantage, which you will soon see tonight. So here's the scenario. We'll do a run through on it, how this is going to go before I actually start putting out gunpowder. I have a headset on my head. This is where we're going. You can see there's the first bad guy. We're going down the hallway. I don't mount the light on my shotgun because I don't want to play with that. So it is on my head, and you can see wherever I'm looking, I can see the bad guy. We're going to slowly come around the corner. Remember, we're just looking at the situation. Not a special forces guy. I'm not a super duper anything. Just showing you a few things. You'll see where the camera's going to be mounted right there. No bad guys in here. We're fine. We see a doorway right here. The doorway is considered the funnel of death. You do not want to stand in the middle of a doorway. So we take a quick peek around the corner, quick peek around, and we see a bad guy right there. So that would be a quick peek and then a shot. And we look over here. We've canceled him out. He's not in the picture anymore. We check this corner right here real quick. There's nothing there. But we heard the guy run back in here. He could not get out that window because I've got that caged over with some special metal wire. That's to make sure nobody can come in at night or go out. This is a rough shoot house, but I use it just to keep the dogs in sometimes. But right here is the last room. And inside that last room right there is a bad guy. And he possibly could have my M4 5.56 military rifle. I found it stolen. Somehow he got into the safe. He left the shotgun behind, but I think he's got my rifle. So right where I'm standing right now, in this area where my feet are, is not a very good place to stand. See my feet? I'm standing in front of this wall. See that wall right there? There's the doorway. There's a great big flat wall and then a doorway. So we do not want to stand in front of that. Why is that? Because if he's inside that little room, the last room that I have not cleared in the house, I don't want to walk in this doorway right here and stick my head in here, because if I do, guess what's going to happen? Uh-oh, there he is right there. So we know where he is. He is in this room. He's not right there easy to find. He's in there hiding. See there? He's in there hiding in this room. So now we know. Let's see how we're going to handle the situation now. Okay, starting on this side, we got the Remington 870 pump shotgun. Double-aught Buckshot is the preferred choice. He has stolen my M4 rifle, AR-15 M4 format rifle in 5.56, and he has gone back to the back of the house. I think there was 2 or 3 guys, so we're going to deal with this one at a time. So the first thing we want to do is have a look down that hallway, but I do not want to stick my body out there. My safety is off. I got one in the chamber. Double check that. It's ready to go. We're pretending like he's deaf, but this is a training environment. So I'm going to make a quick peek around. And if I see him, I'm going to make a commitment and make a shot. So we'll see where we end up from here. Quick peek. If I see him, we're going to shoot. If he's standing in that hallway or at the end of the hallway, we got to make a shot. Watch carefully. I'll do it in slow motion. Semi-slow motion. Here we go. There he is. Step back. Notice I chambered another round quickly. That is definitely a dead hit. Right through the center of the chest. All 9 pellets. It went right through the sheetrock because this is a paper target. All right. All right, starting on the next bad guy, working towards the back of the house. Again, I'm at the ready. I've chambered around. I'm checking in this room. Notice my headset. I want to have a look in that room. Again, pretending like he's deaf. I want to take a quick glance and see what we can see. Quick glance says, I don't want to be too close to that doorway. Let me take a step back. And I see a bad guy standing there. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm pausing just in case to see if somebody comes running out. Because I've taken out 2 bad guys and I know that there's one left and he's got my rifle. Let's take a look at him. Now we know that we have shot bad dude number 2. I'm repositioning to where I shot him. So I shot him here, step back, and I put the safety on. This is the point where I have fired 2 rounds. So if you're doing some serious shooting against bad guys with a shotgun, you are limited to 6 + 1. So I replaced those 2 that I fired. Safety's off. So now I have already cycled one in the chamber. I can do a quick check. We're good. I look. I see him. He is gone. I see 9 pellets that went right through the center of his chest. All right, we're going to do some pretending here again. I'm going to step to the far side, stepping across. And he is somewhere in that room right there. All right, I know you're in the room. Come out. Throw your gun out and come out. The police are on the way. I'm not coming out. Throw the gun out. Come out. I know you got my gun. Come out. Playtime's over. No response. Let's see if this helps. Leaving it quiet. See how quiet we're leaving it? Come out! No response. Put that shotgun right there on the shoulder. We're going to get it topped off before I go in there and take a look. I have no idea exactly what kind of condition we're going to find that shooter in. I know he's got my rifle. I wasn't about to stand in front of that wall and see what he did next. See smoke coming out of the wall. Hopefully it won't catch on fire. All right, one more. I think I'll top this thing off all the way. All right, that's good. Safety is off. I'm gonna go take a look. He's down. One more shot to make sure. All right. So you didn't play? No, he had my rifle. My family was behind me. Playtime was over. It wasn't time to play. Time to take care of business. Remington 870 is a great tool. The double-aught buck is a great tool. But you've got to realize, if you shoot just a plain wall and there's no bad guy there to absorb that shot, it will shoot right through the sheetrock, right through the fiberglass, and keep right on going. In this scenario, my family was on that end of the house, in the forwardmost bedroom, in a very safe position down behind a gun safe. And I was the guy, the defending man, the homeowner. I was waiting on the police, but I'd called and I'd waited 30 minutes, and he had already told me that he was gonna stay here and make sure he shot my family. And we weren't gonna have that today. So in Arkansas, they do have a castle doctrine, but it's not a true castle doctrine. The law states that if you are on your property, you do not have to evade, escape, or run away from a bad guy. You can hold the fort. You can hold your own ground. It's not a true castle doctrine, but it has all the details of a castle doctrine, the spirit of it. So I hope you learned something from this, and to all my buddies that said, hey, be careful, that double-aught buckshot, that stuff can shoot through a wall. We proved it can shoot through a wall. That's a fact. And sometimes that's an advantage. So now, while you're way up there on the bathtub, I'm gonna pull you down so you get to have a look and see about this bad guy. Let's have a look at him. He's not making any more noise. That's number 2 there on the wall. Let's look at the third one that stole my rifle. And he told me he wasn't gonna come out. I wasn't gonna play with him. So here's what we got. When I did the going down the wall and shooting at him through the wall, you can see the shot right there. I'm going to try to dim this down a little bit. My headset's kind of bright. I'll put that in a different mode. Let's try that in a, let's see if I can do this. There we go. That's a wide angle mode. You can see right there where I hit. Even though I was shooting through the wall and I was having to guess where he was located, shot him right in the crotch, right in the lower stomach. And when I came around the doorway to look at him, he just had an ugly look on his face. So I quickly fired one more shot. I'm just slightly to the left of center, but that finished him off. His face stayed pretty for an open barrel, so he's not hurt that way. It looks like over here he took some stray. That is definitely some pretty heavy shots on that one arm there. That's some scatter buckshot. Oh, what is this over here? Well, look at there. There's some scatter buckshot over there on that side. At least 4 more good ones that could have proven to have been very serious. At any rate, this bad guy decided he'd hide in the closet with my rifle. And now that I get in here and look, I realize he was just talking trash. But he said he had one. That's all I needed to hear. So I hope this is helpful to you. I hope everybody watches this realize this is a simulation. Nobody was hurt in any of this. This is not legal advice. This is my home. This is the way I would do it to protect my wife and my grandkids if they were over here at my house. This is how I would do it. And man, you shot a bunch. You tore your wall up. Yeah, we did. Let's see what we shot here. I came around the corner. I got in a safe position. I didn't stand out here in the middle where he could shoot me. I started off back here, offset, and I wasn't talking at that point. But that first shot was an opening shot in the corner, right there in the corner, to make sure if he's hiding in the corner, he'd be hurting. And then I went to trimming, just like you're mowing a yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, Looks like I hit a 2 before there. 4. That may be the shot that got him 2. 4, 5, 6. So how many did you have in the gun? I had 6 plus 1, so I didn't go empty. 6 plus 1, so that's good. And oh, I did go empty. I take it back. I forgot. I fired one right over here just in case he was in the corner. Let's go over that again. So I came from the corner. I fired one in the corner as tight as I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. I did shoot empty. I went back, ducked out, got real quiet, let him have a chance to leak out and pray. And let's see. Oh, there's a filing cabinet right there. Let's see. Everybody says that stuff will go through a sheetrock. Let's see what it did to this filing cabinet. What do you know? You wouldn't want to be a filing cabinet hiding behind a sheetrock wall, would you? Made a pretty good size hole. Let's see about our contents. Yeah, you wouldn't have wanted to be in that filing cabinet. That my wife's gonna be mad at me. I messed up some of her files. I hope that's nothing real precious. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're okay. Surely it didn't make it out of the filing cabinet, did it? Oh my gosh, look at that, see? Double aught buck, serious stuff, man. Serious stuff. That's why in my home, I don't generally use double aught buckshot. If I have the M4 rifle, 5.56, I highly prefer it with a varmint round because, man, you hit anything with it, that varmint round explodes, dumps 1,200 pounds of energy, and you're good to go. So, if you use double aught buck, that should be a testament to you. You need to be dumping it into a bad guy wearing a thick leather vest and know what's behind him. Don't let your children or wife or grandkids or dogs or rabbits or kittens or pet kangaroos or anything be behind him, because they're going to be in trouble. So know that double aught buck, that is some devastating stuff. You're not going to live through it. So thank you all for listening and watching, and you could say goodbye to the bad guys. They're going to RIP. Over and out for now.